You shouldn't let a good crisis go to waste. That's according to the SLG Group CEO, Tyhokolo, who spoke to business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo on the sidelines of the Africa Energy Indaba today. He says the gas sector still has enormous potential to lift our economy despite the headwinds it faces.
Economic growth of between 8 and 10%. That's the potential that the gas industry has to offer the economy, according to the Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, who was speaking at the Africa Energy Indaba. And for more insights on that, I am now joined by the Group CEO at SLG, and that's Ntokozo. Thank you so much for talking to us. Encouraging for the industry, but that's faced headwinds as well, a shortage that some industry players are warning us about. Do you agree with Minister Mantashe's sentiments on the potential the gas industry has to contributing to economic growth?
Certainly I agree with the Minister, and of course, like any opportunity, it comes with its own challenges, and you're correct. There's a well-publicized view now that is the fact that gas that we currently import from Mozambique is going to be nearing its end, and therefore people talk of a gas cliff. I do not in any way believe it's going to be a cliff. I believe it's going to be let's call it a more gradual decrease, albeit over a very short period of time. But certainly we therefore need to, as an industry, solve the sourcing of gas problem for us to be able to unlock the economic growth that the Minister is talking about.
And just coming back to you as a business owner, obviously it's been a tough economy, and we saw small marginal improvement in the economy after we saw a retraction in the third quarter. Several headwinds that businesses have faced in the last year, 2 years, largely load shedding. How have we remained resilient through that period, even as a business that's trying to add to the solutions that the energy crisis that we face right now?
Yeah. Look, as engineers like saying, you don't let a good crisis go to waste. So our resilience comes from, firstly, it is a difficult time for business in general. So we've been very strong in our customer centricity and making sure that we stay close to our customers. In other words, the market that we have and the customers that we have, we've been quite driven in ensuring that we strengthen those relationships. And then, of course, if you're not growing, you're dying. And so we've been, again, very strong at work trying to find new opportunities, unlocking pockets of gas for us to be able to just organically grow the business, right? Because, and that's the thing with it as well, is the shortage of gas has meant a stagnation even for companies like ourselves. So you effectively had to sell every single molecule of gas that we have. And it takes a lot of work to do that. But above all, we have this focus of being here in the future, and we are therefore driving the conversations that seek to secure gas, which will fuel our own growth, let alone the growth of the country and the economy. So we're leading, let's call it, the discussions around being an aggregator for the South African market, for us to be able to enter into the required agreements with upstream suppliers of gas. We are obviously at engagements with other stakeholders that are also affected by these issues. Because what we've also noticed is, if we are the specialists, let's call it gas specialists or suppliers, we should provide peace of mind with regards to energy security for our customers. What we are dealing with is a customer base that now, rather than a person who is a manufacturer of, let's call it, metal products, rather than having to wake up and deal with that on a day-to-day basis, they now have to worry whether they will have water, whether they'll have electricity. Now you've thrown gas in the mix, etc. It gets to a point where business is distracted from doing what business should be doing. So they are core competence, because they worry about things that actually, for all intents and purposes, should be taken for granted that they will be there.
Z, thank you so much for talking to us and just giving us those insights as an industry player in the energy sector. For Newzroom Afrika, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Cape Town.